Matrix 4. This trailer is out. DJ. DJ.
Okay.
Flat Tummy T. Danny Digital. The AKA King. What you feeling? How you feeling about this?
AKA
Matrix 4.
Lose your shit. That's what I do. But all right, so
what's your review on this Matrix 4 trailer?
All right, well, first and foremost, it's Matrix Resurrections. It's not Matrix 4. Let's make sure.
Wow, you gonna start that way? You gonna
Matrix Resurrections? Okay.
Okay. First off,
Hey, hold on, wait. B. Walt, is it the 4th movie in the Matrix series? Is it number 4?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Matrix 4.
That's not the title they're going with. You gotta be polite to the Wachowski sisters. You gotta, acknowledge them.
Hold on, wait. They're both sisters now, right?
Yep.
Because I remember they were calling themselves the siblings for a minute. So
yeah,
they're both
they
full-on
both finished their transition, so now they're the Wachowski sisters.
Well, only one is directing, right? Correct?
Yeah, that's the big thing about it. Only one is directing. One of them is not doing it because of all the kind of emotional turmoil that's tied up in the Matrix itself. So she's not in it, but the other one is the one with the weird dreads and like all in multiple colors or whatever. That one, she's definitely down and she's directing, but she's not directing by herself. She's directing with I forgot his name, but he directed. He also pretty much co-directed 1, 2, and 3. So,
so he's been a part of the squad since day one.
Pretty much. I think he's probably going to do most of the directing, and she'll just kind of, say, "Hey, I think we should. But I really think he's going to do most of the directing. So
copy that. How'd you feel about the trailer? What did you get from it? What was your vibe?
All right, so as far as the trailer is concerned, we're hitting on nostalgia. We're hitting on it heavy. They said there are scenes in the trailer that like you kind of know exactly where we are and what's happening, but you're kind of aloof as to the things that are happening. It starts off and it's with Neil Patrick Harris as a freaking therapist to Thomas Anderson, aka Neo, and he's older, and he's sitting there with the therapist, and he's telling them like, "I'm having these dreams, blah blah blah." We're seeing flashes of things that are happening. Then after that, he says, "I just feel that I'm crazy." That's when Neil Patrick Harris says, "That's an ableist word. Don't use that. Blah blah blah. We don't use crazy." And then we cut to other stuff happening. Him running into Trinity, and then pretty much telling her, "I think I know you, but I don't." And she's like, "Yeah, same." And then there's a bunch of other stuff, and then later there's scenes of them together, action, etc., etc. And then Candyman shows up, and he's freaking Morpheus now, or at least he's dressed up and looks like Morpheus, and he offers him a blue pill, not a red, just a blue. And then there's a lot of other scenes that go on with it. So it's hitting on nostalgia. It's showing us what they're prepared to do, but a lot of people were complaining that essentially, yeah, it's great. It's taking me back to the Matrix, but the Matrix was great back in 1999. What are they going to do now? What are they going to do that makes it the Matrix? What's going to be so ooh, ah, and amazing? I mean, that's really the question that people ask by the third one. You gave us bullet time in the first one. So in the second one, you gave us bullet time, and yeah, that was cool, but, what else did you do that was amazing in the second one? Nothing really. And then, so here comes the third one, and by then we're like, so now what are you really going to do? And they're like, giant Agent Smith. And you're like, yeah, that's a video game. So people are already ready to get off the Matrix train. Not me. I'm a huge fan, but
How big a fan are you, DJ?
you're gonna fucking ask that question. So this is my Matrix like omnibus. Anything that was created for like advertising, little special box sets, anything like that is all right here. All right here.
Oh,
And I've watched it all. That's how much of life I don't have.
you got a challenge in the right corner. B. Walt is not going down easily.
Ah,
oh, there we go. There we go.
B. Walt, what's your favorite Matrix, B. Walt?
the first one.
That we are now best friends.
The first one, but I do understand why they expanded it to 3 movies and then tried to include the Animatrix as well. I mean, I get it. And as far as what I haven't seen the trailer, I'm not going to watch the trailer. But can you tell me when the movie is supposed to drop? Because I do not want to watch the trailer.
I don't know.
They didn't have a date, right? They just put some footage out, right?
Yeah.
Well, there was a little piece of dialogue. I can't remember exactly which Matrix. No, it was the first Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
When the original Morpheus was talking about there was a man in the Matrix that could change things as he saw fit. Remember that? Part 1?
Yep.
Then when he talks to the creator, the old white man,
Mm-hmm.
he was like, yeah, there's this anomaly that keeps popping up. We haven't figured out how to totally eradicate it. But so what I'm going to guess is if Keanu was that damn old and still in the Matrix, they have figured out how to suppress the reborn Keanu for this version of the Matrix. And they just now getting to him, which is why he don't even have a choice on which pill he's taking. They're like, nigga, let's go. Like, let's go. So that's kind of how I'm taking it. That's how I'm taking it.
For me, I'm asking questions instead of like really taking it somewhere. My question is this another reiteration of the Matrix? Are we in a new cycle? And if we are in a new cycle, that means that we're supposed to have a new one. Why are we using the same one from a previous cycle in this new cycle? Also, why would they agree to a new cycle? Especially if he's having kind of like overlapping kind of thoughts or memories coming through and he wants to know more. That would have definitely been something that they would have thought about. So I don't know what's happening, but I'm definitely interested.
I asked those questions earlier on. These are kind of the way, because I saw that the trailer come out, but I couldn't find it. It was just this description of what went on.
Yeah.
And I immediately thought they have to be playing with the iterations idea. They have to be. And that's, we had similar questions. I had similar questions, and this is the road that it took me down just thinking about it. just from the pieces of information that they give you in the previous 3 films, and even in the Animatrix to some level. And I mean, it's sci-fi, so they can easily fix whatever it is you're questioning by a piece of dialogue or a scene or something, and then you know exactly where they're coming from. I can't wait to see it. I'm like the second biggest Keanu fan. The first is this man here, Skinny over here. So I'm with it.
He's an idol of mine. Like, I'd love to have a comic book after me that looks like me that I own, that got kickstarted by my fans.
Bro, I bought a game that potentially would crash my PlayStation 4 just because Keanu was in it. So
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, it plays well on the PlayStation 5 though. Hey, it plays well on the PlayStation 5, but I will not turn it on that 4. I refuse.
Oh,
That's so funny.
great. That's great. Oh,
I did not see the trailer as well. I don't have these questions because I'm all in. Like you said, I'm a huge Keanu fan. Trinity, good to see you. But you know, it's I've had a roller coaster ride when it comes to the Matrix. Number one is one of the best movies I've ever seen. I was okay with number two because I knew it was episodic. Three is one of the biggest waste of times I've ever dealt with in my life. Right next to Devil May Cry 2 and the big hit. So
Oh,
how dare you insult John Woo or on his American debut?
bro, Windmills and Machine Guns by a white boy? Eat a dick. Eat a dick.
Machine guns, dual pistols, and at least one or two belts.
And the black dude did nothing but jack off the entire movie. Like literally.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Not a
the
fan.
entire movie. Yeah. Right next to The Happening. Because guess what happened in The Happening? Not a goddamn thing. But it's another Wahlberg movie. Just saying. But yeah, I'm gonna check it out. For sure. Let's keep it pushing.